Imagine that a U.S. citizen enters a store of a large American chain or a shop of an individual entrepreneur and says that he takes everything from the first to the third shelf, but at the price that he himself will now write. As for the introduction of the so-called price cap for Russian oil, the question arises, is this a market measure? The answer is, of course, no. This is an anti-market measure that disrupts supply chains. It can significantly complicate the situation in global energy markets. It has been repeatedly said that the Russian Federation will not supply oil to countries that support this anti-Russian provocative undertaking. Price diktat and the formation of a cartel of buyers create an extremely dangerous precedent for international trade. Can you imagine a situation when a person comes to a store and begins to demand that everything that is there be sold to him at the prices that he sets for himself? And personally, and only for himself. Let's expand this example or make it more specific. You can imagine that a U.S. citizen enters a store of a large American chain or a shop of an individual entrepreneur and says that he takes everything from the first to the third shelf, but at the price that he himself will now write. At home, they say, I figured out with the guys that they would buy these goods every week at this price. I can say more. This person will be declared a blackmailer, a bandit, an internal terrorist, as they like to say. Do you remember where this logic comes from and why it arose in the bowels of Washington? That's how the cowboys did it. They came to the saloons, or where the trade was carried out, with weapons in their hands, and said what they needed. Sometimes they paid, sometimes not, or as much as they saw fit. If that didn't happen, they just shot. We believe that the United States has become a more civilized state than it was 150 to 200 years ago. It turns out that the mentality remained entrenched and hardened in the era of colonialism. The logic of the right of the strong to dominate in their own interests, even not so much the strong as the tyrannical, for some reason in the collective West is transferred to the present day. These are their problems. In my opinion, medical. The President of the People's Republic of China paid a visit to Saudi Arabia. China is Russia's key partner in the SCO and BRICS. Riyadh is Moscow's key partner in OPEC+. How do you assess the results of this visit in terms of Russia's interests, both current oil price ceiling and long-term? In particular, in terms of coordinating the policy of strategic partners in the Persian Gulf region. Russia has a positive attitude towards the development of equal, mutually beneficial cooperation between all members of the international community, especially when it comes to our friendly states, which include China, Saudi Arabia, and other countries of the Persian Gulf region. We consider the strengthening of ties between Beijing and Riyadh and other Arab states in various fields as one of the factors for maintaining stability and stimulating economic growth in the region, both in the short and long term. Considering China's participation in the SCO and BRICS, and Saudi Arabia in OPEC+, associations and formats in which Russia also plays an active role, we believe that deepening cooperation between these countries undoubtedly meets our interests. At the October 5th this year, at the 33rd ministerial meeting, agreements were reached to extend the declaration on cooperation between OPEC countries and non-OPEC countries until December 31st, 2023, which is also an important factor.
Thanks for watching. If you like our info, subscribe to channel and watch the next video.